Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing my 2021 Imperial Army. This year my army consists of 123 minifigures as well as 22 vehicles. So in this video I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a rundown of what I've got, showing you guys my collection. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. And we'll go ahead and begin with the figures right up here at the front, where my little army here is being led by Emperor Palpatine as well as the newer Darth Vader right there. And then we've also got that custom Moff Gideon figure, which some of you guys might have seen in my Navarro mock to the right of Palpatine. And those guys are surrounded by 4 custom Death Troopers, which aren't technically minifigures, but I think they just look so cool and definitely belong in Imperial Army that I decided to include them. That does mean some of my Imperial Troopers are missing their helmets, or my Death Troopers are missing their helmets, but I think it's worth it to have these sweet looking Dark Troopers in the army. But with that, I guess we'll go ahead and move over to the main mass. Over here we got the big kind of main army figs. So we've just kind of got a mix of different types of these just plain regular Stormtroopers, which I've got 16 of. So we got some of those newer ones which you can't move the helmet, that some people don't like. I'm actually a fan of it. Don't like how you can't move the helmet, but I really like the design. And we got some of the older ones in there as well. And we've got some of the really old ones in the back there. And then we've also got 4 of the battle damage Battlefront versions. And then to the right, we've also got some snow desert versions as well. We got some of the older ones there, and then some of the newer ones, which look really, really nice in the front. To the right of those, we have some biker Imperial troops. I'm not exactly certain on the exact name of these, but they came from the Solo movie, and I ended up getting a lot of these for Devron because I thought they looked really, really cool. Kind of wanted to have some of them around the mock. And then up in the front, we've got those classic Scout Troopers. Still have not gotten one of the newer versions of them yet, which I really, really need to be honest, but really, really like these figs. Behind them, we have some of those tank drivers from Rogue One, and then behind them, we've got some of those magnetized troopers from Solo, which are really, really cool figs. I'm pretty sure those have to be some pretty rare and expensive figs since they only came in one set, which is, they're just really, really cool looking. And then behind them, we've got some of the classic, snow troopers, really awesome figs, just a classic snow trooper right there. In front of them, we have some shore troopers from Rogue One. And then up here in the front, we have 3 shadow stormtroopers, which look really, really cool. I think Lego did a fantastic job with these guys. They came in the same battle pack that with these plain stormtroopers a couple years ago. And then we also have what I like to call the rip-off shadow troopers that came in a battle pack along with these guys quite a while ago. I feel like they came out maybe 5 years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. So yeah, these are kind of some knockoff shadow troopers. Don't really like them at all. But behind them, we actually have a Mim Bam trooper, which is a really, really expensive fig. I'm not too sure how much he goes for nowadays, but I know whenever he first came out, it was like a $20 fig at least. But I think he's a really, really cool looking figure. I love that extra kind of armor at the top of the helmet for sure. And then behind him, we have 2 just shock troopers, the Battlefront versions that came in the same battle pack as these battle damaged stormtroopers up there. And I guess that just about wraps up for my main army figures, and we'll go ahead and move to the back over here where we've got my officers and that sort of stuff. So not really going to go into too much detail on these guys because there's really not much to say, but I do have quite a few officers. I do have, they're like all the same type. I don't know exactly what figure those came from. I ended up just ordering a lot of bodies for my Devron mock where I needed a ton of officers. So just got a ton of just those same officers. We've actually got that figure back there with the arm printing, as well as this figure up here with the dual molded legs that came from the Super Star Destroyer, which I'll actually show you guys a little bit later on in this video. So that's really, really cool. We've also got Tobias back up there in the front, which isn't technically an Imperial, but he looks like an officer, so I decided to throw him in there. And then to the right, we've also got Agent Callus, as well as Veers and Yularen, and I decided to throw in just a random little, astromech droid, just because he is technically an Imperial droid. And then to the right, we have my Royal Guards section, which I feel like I have quite an abnormal amount of red guards, because I remember for Christmas way back when, like a long time ago, I just wanted some red guards, so I ended up getting like 6 of these older red guards, and since then I've added 2 of the newer ones, but that's the story behind me having so many red guards. And I've also got these shadow versions that came in that battle pack that I talked about earlier. Then to the right, we kind of have my Death Star crew type of figs. Not exactly sure what you call these guys, but yeah, pretty boring figures. Not really going to cover them too much. In front of them, we have my pilots. So we got some AT-AT pilots, some AT-DP pilots, TIE Fighter pilots, different types. There we got an older version there. And then we've also decided to throw in some of my custom painted figs from a long time ago. We got a stormtrooper there and a snowtrooper and one of those tank driver troops. And I almost forgot we have the ATST drivers back there, some older versions and the newer version there as well as a chrome stormtrooper. Really cool figure. And I've also had to throw in my older Vader up there just because I didn't want him at the front of the mock or front of the army. So yeah, just decided to throw him in there. And then up here at the front we have 6 Death Troopers, which, as I mentioned earlier, don't have all of their helmets because they're being used over here by the Dark Troopers. So that just about wraps it up for my little figure walkthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed that. But now we'll go ahead and move on to the vehicles, and we'll go ahead and start it off with this hover tank up here for Rogue One. Really cool set, and just vehicle in general. And then behind the hover tank we actually have the 2014 Star Destroyer, a really cool set. Really do like this build. I think they did a great job recreating the Star Destroyer. It was also, you know, having some playability functions inside. So yeah, absolutely love this set. And then over here we just have my kind of array of different walkers. Start off with the ATDP. Not a huge fan of this set, not a huge fan of Rebels in general, but end up getting this build. You know, it's a cool looking walker, but I wouldn't really ever use it in any sort of mock. And then to the right we've got the ATST, the newest version, I believe, from a couple years ago. Might have been longer than that, to be honest, but yeah, really like this ATST. And then we've also got the Mandalorian redesigned, repurposed ATST with the red and brown legs. So not technically an Imperial vehicle because it has been modified. It wasn't being used by the Imperials, but it is an ATST, so I decided to throw it in here. We've also got some older ATSTs. This one's actually losing or missing quite a few pieces, since I did end up borrowing some pieces for a build at some point. Just never got around to putting them back. But we got that one, and we've also got this little small ATST from the like, I want to say it's from a set from a while ago. It's like the Ewok attack, or it's like the basically where you build the Imperial base. I don't know exactly the name for it, but it's from the Imperial base on Endor set, and just a little ATST that came with it, which I got from a friend. So just have the ATST there. It's a pretty small build, but I do like it. I do like the design of it. Up here in the front we can have some smaller battle pack builds, or just smaller builds. We got some of these Imperial transports, troop transports. I've got a couple little Imperial speeders here. We got this old one. I think this one's from like 1999 or 2000, sometime way back then, which is really cool to have. And we've also got these 2 custom ones by Gooby that I did a review on. Or I didn't do a review on it. I did a live stream build of these a while ago. Got these 2 Shadow speeders as well from the battle pack with these guys in it. And then to the right we've got those like little biker troops. These guys right here, those are their speeders, so I've got 3 of them as well. Behind those speeders we have a TIE Fighter, the one from Solo, so a couple years ago, but it's a really cool build. I really like that TIE Fighter. We've also got the Imperial shuttle here, as well as an Imperial landing craft. And then to the left, to round off my collection, we've got the 2014 AT-AT. Really like this AT-AT. A little bit because of the nostalgia, just because it's from 2014 and was one of my, you know, newer sets when I was collecting, but also it is just a good build for an AT-AT in general. We also cannot forget about my prized possession of my Imperial army, and that is the UCS Star Destroyer up there on its own shelf. And sorry if the lighting and the angle or the view of it is a little off, since it is up so high. Kind of hard to see. But yeah, love it up there being displayed on that shelf. Just love that part of my room, but I would bring it down to give you guys a little bit of a closer look. But yeah, for obvious reasons, there's no way I'm going to be bringing this thing down. But yeah, guys, that is going to about to wrap up my 2021 Imperial Army video. I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a like. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!